Hello and welcome to my video. Today we're going to be talking about another in the Elite Specialization series for Guild Wars 2, and this time we're going to be covering the Tempest. Yes, it's time to talk about the Tempest, one that's probably the most underwhelming Elite Specialization that we're going to see in Guild Wars 2. There has been a little bit of tweaking going on, it is slightly improving, but let's get through this. It's something as I main an Elementalist, and I'm not going to play this at all. Honestly, I actually, the first time I'm playing this is about 10 minutes before making this video. So I am going to be honest, I doubt that all of the features I'll cover, I won't know all the nuances about this, because I don't want to. It's not something I want to play. I love Elementalist how it is now, and the Tempest just not compete with it. It doesn't. But let's talk about the Tempest and what it can do. So first of all, the Tempest gets a new skill, a new weapon. Yes, it's a Warhorn. Yeah, we're all loving that. But we get a Warhorn, and I have to say, some of the skills that we get, the animations are phenomenal. I do love the animations you get on the Warhorn. Let's start with skill 4. Give stacks of might to yourself, then spread boons to your allies. Let me just put this clearly. Because it's Elementalist, I'm going to have to go through every single one, but I'm going to do it stage by stage. So I'm going to do fire first, and also cover its unique mechanic. So we'll get this. Gives you stacks of might to yourself. You get 3 stacks of might, and it burns enemies if they're close by. Then spreads boons to allies. So if you've got a lot of allies with you, it will spread to them. But release a fiery torrent that burns enemies. This is wildfire. This for me is an awesome skill. It's a massive fire field as well. You can see that all this fire field is spreading along. Really cool. Love the effect that we've got going. A long-lasting fire field. If you put that with one of the fire traits that allows it to last longer, oh, that's going to be awesome. Now, one of the unique things about the Tempest is this Overcharge ability. What this is every achievement has the ability to overload it. And what this means is that unleash all flames you've accumulated, searing enemies and strengthening allies. Finish the cast, leaves a tornado behind. Using this skill causes the achievement to have a longer recharge. So we gain a fire shield, we gain might, we gain pulse burning, swiftness and protection. So let's see what that looks like. So we're going to walk forward. We're going to take out this Devourer. Let's press this. So there we go. We're in a tornado type thing. You can see the boons we're getting, and we're spinning around. And we leave this tornado, which is pretty cool. Again, it's like a fire tornado, and that's that done. That's pretty cool. That's not bad actually. It's not bad. I have to say, I think one area where the Tempest could excel is actually doing world exploration. I think that would work really well. Well, let's move on to the water achievement. Here we actually have Tidal Surge. Send out a tidal wave that regenerates and heal allies, then knock enemies back. This, for me, I love this. It's a cool animation skill. Really well designed. Again, it's not bad. Gives you a bit of regen, does a bit of damage, does a bit of healing. 35-second cooldown. 35-second cooldown for Water Globe. I like this one. This fires an orb, and you follow it, and you stay in this healing field, and you get healed. Yeah, you can run off the wrong way, though. Not too bad. Let's have a look at the Overcharge. You create a surge of accumulated water, magic, healing, and cleansing abilities. You heal and apply regen. So we get protection, swiftness, frost aura. We remove conditions per pulse. So there we go. This is like this sort of zen state where we can hover in the air. Meh, it's alright. Then we come into air achievement. So air achievement, we blast out a cyclone that pulls enemies towards its location and grants swiftness to allies it affects. So there we go. You can see there it's pulled it in close. Then we use lightning orb. Launches an orb of lightning that fires projectiles at nearby enemies. So there you go. It's doing a lot of damage. It ricochets off. So as it passes through, if there's enemies in a line, it would work really cool. So let's have a look at the overload. This gives a big static field. Watch this when it finishes. Boom! Look at that. That's really cool. Look at the vulnerability we're doing. Oh, that's excellent. That is really cool, actually. Surprising, that one. Use your air magic to summon a Nimbus that repeatedly strikes nearby enemies. When this ability is complete, imbue your allies with electricity and create a lingering static region that strikes enemies at the same interval. So we get shocking aura, we get static charge, and we do damage. So it's pretty cool, this one, this Overcharge. Let's try it again with the Arid Parasite Devourer. So there we go. That's not bad. We'll send him to skill 5. We're doing a fair bit of damage, especially with those 25 stacks of Vuln. Pretty impressive. Not bad for the Tempest here. Maybe I am a little bit negative about the Tempest, but you know, maybe I'll come to grow in time. Let's talk about skill on the Earth achievement. We get Sand Squall. Applies protection to you and your allies, then increase the duration of all boons currently existing on you and your allies. This is pretty cool because we get to increase the boon duration by a lot. So we get that Earth Aura, and you know, when we increase the boons duration of everybody's boon. We get this Dust Storm. Obviously, we've got a placeholder name there. So we get, we don't really know what we're doing there. And then we get Overload Earth. We get Swiftness and Protection and a Magnetic Aura. So this is, I like the animation on this where we get to ride the rocks. This is really cool. So that's not bad. Not bad at all. And let's look at what we get now. We actually get shouts on the Elementalist. I actually love the when the character says it. I do love the things they say. Wash the pain away. Which is pretty cool. We get a first and a second and a third here. We get Might and we get Inflict Weakness. So it doesn't up to 5 targets. It's a cool support healing. We also do Feel the Burn. We actually cause damage and grant Fire Aura to allies. So again, we're stacking Might. What we're also going to do, we're going to do Shock and Aftershock. So it will cripple and immobilize foes. And then we get Flash Freeze, which chills and weakens foes. So what we're going to do, we're going to go through all of these. Watch me go. We actually just lift that. So we got 11 stack of Might. And I'm going to put this down here. So we're keeping the Might going. We're doing a lot of Might here. That field, we can use that Dragon's Tooth to do a fire finisher. Grant ourselves more Might. And then we're going to do Rebound. So that's not cool. That's not bad. I've actually got Celestial gear on, so that's why I'm not doing too much damage. Generally, again, it's not doing too much. It's pretty decent. Nothing spectacular. There we go. Let's do the fire field again. There we go. Must keep remembering to do the overload. Run away. There you go. And we're going to burn them. Just trying to get as much. We can probably do as much, but look at that, 7, 8 stacks of burning. Nice. Okay, so that's just some of the skills that we've had. I've done through all the utilities. Oh god, we've got a hyena on us. Here we go. Let's see this bit of combat for you to see. I love the F3. Come on, do the F3. Here we go. Look at the damage we're doing. Oh yeah. I have to say, that Nimbus cloud thing, the Earth achievement, the Air achievement, is so cool. Alright, so let's go and look at the traits that we got here. So here we go, we're going into the traits. Now what I've actually set up Air and Water, so not very much damage, but the reason why I did that is because you have the ability to grant a lot of auras, and certain builds actually can give you a lot of different boons when you grant auras. So auras grant Fury and Swiftness when applied, so if you watch here, we got Fury, we get Might, and we get Swiftness, just because of the traits that we've got into for Air. We also get for Powerful Aura, so when you apply an aura to yourself, grant that aura to all nearby allies as well. So that's something else. We might not actually need that with the fact that Shouts actually do it to all allies as well. I believe so, that's right. Yes, so grant Frost Aura to allies in range, so you're not really needing Powerful Aura. So let's talk about the Tempest. We actually get Overload skills. We have Overloading an achievement grants an aura based on the element you're attuned to when the ability is completed. So you can see why we actually get that aura. It's in blue. That's from one of the traits. Apply Vigor in a radius when attuning to water. Grant Vigor to allies when also... granting Vigor to allies also restores a portion of endurance. That's okay. I like getting an aura from that and going onto there. You can also have Eye of the Storm, so when you get CC'd, you know, stunned, dazed, knocked back, pulled, knocked down, sink, float, fear, taunt, or launched, you will imbue your voice with the element of air, and you get super speed. And you also breaking stun for your allies. Gain Swiftness when overloading an achievement, so obviously we get that there. Allies affected by your shouts gain Might. Enemies are affected by weakness. This is what I like about this trait. To increase the amount of might that you're getting. This is pretty cool. Earth and Proxy. Imagine you get protection, you get 33%, but you actually get an additional 20% increase effectiveness from protection. Really cool trait to take if you want to be that tanky Tempest. Gain stability when beginning an overload. So that's what you obviously get there. You can see that we actually get stability. If you were to trait it, you can see you actually get stability when you begin an overload. So when you actually pop that, you begin and you get stability, 4 seconds of stability, and you then get a 10% flat damage with Harmonious Conduit. That's actually not too bad. I like that. Then we also gain protection while overloading achievement to prevent yourself from getting damaged too much. Or as you apply heal allies. This is again where Tempest can be a very good healer. The fact you can keep pumping out auras can really help your allies. And apply a frost aura to you and your nearby allies when struck below 75%. So you just pump out so many auras on Tempest. Something that no other sort of particular profession can do, I believe. I think Mazeman might be able to. But anyway. Remove and gain massive resistance to movement impeding conditions while overloading. So you can be remove, immobilize, chill and cripple. And imbued melodies while wielding a warhorn, your boon duration is increased. So that's pretty cool. If you want to run that instead of going for supports, you can actually run this, and your boons will actually have an increased boon duration. So overall, the Tempest is okay. I think there's a lot of over exaggeration how bad the Tempest is. I think eventually it will actually show its own. But as I said, for someone who plays Elementalist, I like the Tempest in the fact that it brings something different to the Elementalist, but I don't see why I would really use it. And that's the downside. For those of you who don't like the way the Elementalist works, I'm running Scepter Warhorn here. You can run, obviously, Dagger Warhorn. If you want to play Staff, if you like the Staff and, nuking stuff down, you can obviously still run that and you still get the auras and stuff. But it's all depending. I love playing Staff Elementalist. I love being the nuker. And so that's what I actually love playing. Whether or not we will see a lot of Tempest out there, I'm sure there are builds that can really show up how awesome the Tempest is. And in fact, I've seen a lot of players that show how tanky they are as a Tempest. You thought a Dagger Tempest was tanky in PvP. My god, the Tempest is actually being, could actually be even worse. When I say worse, I mean even more tanky, which is bad for PvP players, because it just takes ages to kill an Elementalist. Anyway, I hope you've learned something from this. The idea of these videos is to give you guys a guide on these particular elite specializations. Again, the Tempest does seem to be built around auras, so I recommend doing that. And also the overloading. Some of the skills are pretty cool, and I have to say, visually, they're one of the best skills in the game. Thank you very much for watching my video. Please leave some comments in the section below, and I'll see you on the next one.